Dope.
All right, so another riveting session of Fire Emblem Tabletop. Y'all can see my stream, right?
Yes.
Discord.
Yeah.
All right, so to summarize where we left off, because we took a break last week because I was busy as hell. You guys investigated another Crusader shrine, which turned out to be the tomb of some sort of either royal or noble family. You defeated all the zombies crawling around inside, but you decided at the end not to make an offering at the altar. So you guys are just now kind of hanging around. I believe the consensus from last time was that you guys would be heading to Luan next. But in between here, here being the shrine, and Luan is, of course, the place where Godfried had marked that there is a white beast. So you have yet to decide a route, whether you want to go straight through or tiptoe around the creature. So you guys are all packing up, getting ready to go, and discussing this conundrum.
We have to figure out if we're going to find either of the part 2s that we've missed.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give you another part 1.
That's
And
what I
then
was thinking. Because Sam has ominously said that part 2 will find us if we are not careful. So
Oh, great. But does that mean
I-
we don't level up until part
You don't
2?
level up until you gather
Nope.
both parts. And I am keeping very
God damn
careful
it.
track, so don't worry. I will not make a mistake.
I made this joke earlier today, and she was like, and I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, I don't know if you guys are going to have time. You're in a city. I'm like, God damn it. Sam, where'd you put part 2?
Don't worry about it.
Either of them.
Hidden. But anyways, don't worry about finding parts of maps. If you guys are drastically underleveled to the point where you can't continue, I will extend an olive branch to all of you and just say, okay, take a quick level up. But that should not happen. Hopefully that should not happen. Or who knows, maybe I'll just spring part 2 of a map on you in the middle of another map. Who
Oh gosh.
that's what we're worried about, Sam. That's more what we're worried about than being underleveled.
You have bigger things to worry about in this campaign than me springing surprises on you, because I'm going to do that regardless.
Yeah.
Hey, a headless corpse rides up on a horse in the middle of one of the other battles, like, who the just messed up
What
my
the
family's
fuck is
tomb?
that?
But anyways, yes, you guys have to decide whether or not you want to ride straight forward to Luan, or maybe skirt around, take the safer path.
And where are we right now about?
You are, hold on, let me pull up my handy dandy little map. I have a million tabs open in front of it.
Is
second.
it the same? I wonder if it's the same map I'm using right now.
You are, no, it's a custom map that I made in Photoshop. You are directly south of Luan, but like right in the middle of Luan, and where you are is the location of the white beast. So Godfried says, these things have legs, they move.
Really?
So last time he knew, there was a big lizard there.
But there might not be now.
It's true. There might
Here's
not be now.
Yeah, here's my thoughts. One, if we keep dodging this again, they are going to arrive at our doorstep and there's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Two, the white beast is how we get the panacea fluid, which I know Sam wants to kill us so bad.
And we needed, based on what Godfrey currently has in Monster Blood, he needs 5 more.
Yeah, because we used his reserves to heal Edwin's blindness.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No,
it's
that's
okay,
fine.
buddy.
That's what it's for.
You were just the first.
Gotta test
So
the goods.
those are my thoughts personally. However, I'm cool to do anything.
Where is Luan relative to like the overall map of Jugdral?
Yeah, so Luan has been marked It's on the main body of Jugdral. It's not on one of the islands. It is, like right at the tippy top of the like westmost upper peninsula. So it's like there's like a little triangle. It's on that little triangle.
Old Augustria
Old
territory.
Augustria, yeah.
Okay. Archibald feels
Um,
good about that because it's far away from the other things that are bad here.
I think I
Yeah.
agree about generally we need to just go. If we run into a white beast, then we run into a white beast, and we can juice it if we so desire.
Oh
Mhm.
god.
Yeah,
that's
but
what
I
we're gonna
think
call it.
Yeah. You didn't give us an
Um,
exact name. We'd say panacea, but it's also like the juice.
The juice,
The juice.
the
Oh,
sauce.
yeah, none of us bothered to ask the NPC what it's called, did we?
It's blood.
It's literally
is
blood. I don't know
blood.
what you guys are talking about.
I meant the medication. I meant the panacea. We don't know what a panacea is. Only he does.
Wait,
No,
but
I
we
feel
know. Wait, that kind of goes to the point. Does Archibald know the definition of panacea?
I doubt it.
I think he said, yeah, I can make this thing called a panacea when I take 5 monster blood and I magic it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I
That's the
think he gave
medication
like
name.
a
It's
vague
like Xan.
explanation of like, hopefully if you drink this, you'll be okay.
Yeah, he was like,
Hopefully.
hopefully I've never tried it on a person before, and then Edwin drank it and was fine.
You
King.
know what? Let me roll a D1.
Fine.
Let me roll a D100 real quick.
Oh. For what?
Archibald probably remembers.
Probably.
That was an 80. He probably
Okay, that's
remembers.
good.
Probably remembers what
good.
a panacea is.
Yeah.
Scholars in the
Uh,
past have attempted such a miracle cure.
Oh no, that was a roll for what
If he remembers
if you
what
remembered
Godfrey
Godfrey
said.
said like last
Oh, I
weekend.
see.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait,
In the
you're
last
thinking
week.
way too big with this, Sam.
Oh, I see. I doubted Archibald's or I undoubted Archibald's ability to remember. Too highly
Yeah,
of him.
I'm for us checking out where the white beast is, just because, yeah, we're gonna need more blood, so might as well
And,
see
like-
if we can sneak up.
Yeah, and like there's no point to go around it when we're not even sure it's there. So like either we
Yeah.
run into it or we don't, but we are more prepared than we were the last time to deal with it.
What level are you guys?
Also,
out
I'm
of
really sorry.
curiosity?
I need to go to the bathroom. You guys can continue. I'll be right back in a
Okay.
minute.
Oh, we can wait. What level are you guys currently? Out of
6?
curiosity?
Question mark?
6.
6. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
you know it's going to go great when the DM asks that question.
I'm just checking.
She just
I'm
wanted to make sure.
Just checking. Who said there's combat? I just want to know what the vibes are.
I'm gonna put out a guess there. If I were a betting man, I would say that was the sort of question where someone looked down at one of the tabs they have open and like read the information and then was like,
Oh, I gotta.
what level are they again? Just that's the vibe I get from that one. Would I be right in that?
Who can say? Okay.
Yeah, good.
Okay. Dios mío, la criatura.
Just start
No-
speaking Spanish.
No combat this session.
No
Nope.
combat this session. They said running directly onto the combat map. That's okay.
I think at a certain point we do just
Luan
like
can wait. Luan can wait. It'll still be there, provided that you're still there.
Okay, back. Sorry, I'm back.
All right, welcome. Okay.
Thanks.
Sorry, I'm just opening a bunch of maybe enemy sheets. Who can say?
Oh, okay.
fun.
And
Epic gamer moment. All right. Okay, so can I get a traversal check from somebody in the party?
Sure.
Question.
And also
Never me.
pick another party member, whoever's making the check.
Oh shit.
You can pick NPCs.
I do have like a good. We roll a d20, right?
Yeah.
I can do it. I have a decent one, unless anyone else wants to do it, and I support.
Does it have to be a PC that makes the traversal check?
No, it does not.
Cool. Amalthea has a +3.
What the hell?
Nice.
That's a child.
A child who
She's
has her own
proficient in it.
boat.
She's from the high seas.
She's
does
proficient
someone
in
want
it.
to make Amalthea's check for her, and also
Yeah,
pick another party member. Pick a party member.
Fuck.
Pick anyone.
My brain
Pick
immediately
anyone.
went, you know what we should do? We should
Uh.
just keep putting it on Edwin, because he keeps having that.
Yeah, I honestly I was
Oh.
gonna volunteer, but I was like, does anyone else want to take a turn?
Does anyone else want to
I'll
get?
I'll take it. I'll take
Okay.
this L, sure.
Okay.
It could be a W. What are you talking about?
No.
Okay, I'll roll for Amalthea right now.
Okay, Amalthea's.
She got a solid 10.
Hey.
with stats and everything.
Yes.
All right. It is an uneventful journey. Nothing out of the ordinary happens whatsoever. You are just going.
Wow.
You are just walking. No one even trips or anything funny. So sad. And eventually, after a couple long hours, I'm gonna say a couple days of walking, you're going a significant distance north. You still have some mountains to skirt around. Hold on, everyone close your eyes for 1 second. Don't look at the
Okay.
stream. Oh, never mind. It's in another tab. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I just thought I might have accidentally left something on the wrong monitor. After a couple, like, day and a half, maybe a couple extra hours and change, you arrive at the, sort of upper forested area of, Augustria, former Augustria. There is a big old river around here, and you can, excuse me, you can see where it, goes into the, oh my god. Sorry, I ate soup way too fast, and I'm dying.
Hold on. I literally just retweeted a meme. Hold on. Hold on.
I
About
just
soup?
saw that, yeah.
It's important.
I know.
It's so important.
Okay, wait, everyone hold. Yeah, literally. I am full of soup.
It's
But
Sam.
it is me. I'm having acid reflux as always. As I literally always do every time we stream and no other time.
No, this is just like every time I had like a stomach ache in the first tabletop.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time. It's a tradition. But anyways, as I was saying, you guys are arriving toward the northern part of Augustria. You can see where the river sort of empties out into the northern ocean. The island of Orca Hill is vaguely like in the distance. You can see where that's going on, but you can't really make out any details aside from the Tower of Bragi, which is right on the coast. Definitely still a while away. Couple days probably, but the land is flat up here, so you can see quite far into the distance. Other than that, what? No, speak.
Is there anything like out on the? Is there like ship traffic on the ocean or something?
You
No,
can't
nothing?
quite see like the actual ocean. You can see where it leads out into the ocean, but the actual ocean itself is like a little bit beyond your horizon line.
Close enough to smell it and get dumped on by gulls, but not
yes,
close enough
there's
to
definitely
see
seabirds around. Yeah, you smell that ocean air. It's cold as hell.
Question.
There's cold winds blowing in from the north now. You're almost in Salice.
How are we planning on crossing this? Great sentence, Dwyer.
Huh.
How do we get across the river?
The river is actually not in your way. You can travel along the riverbank to get where you need.
Cool.
Yeah, because
you don't have to cross
the river, air quotes, is just the gap between Augustria and the island above it. Is that where this is, or am I misreading this?
We're still inland.
You're still inland,
okay, never
but
mind.
you're like on the edge of inland.
Is
I
this
see.
that's whatever the fuck it is. Cilicia?
No,
Whatever
this
the.
is all Augustria.
We're still
Oh.
in
You're
Augustria. We haven't
inland in
reached
Augustria, but there is a river.
There's
This
a
is not.
river.
This is not the suspiciously similar-looking channel between Augustria and Cilicia.
No.
It just so happens to
This
be
is
almost
much
the same.
smaller,
Okay.
much smaller. It would take you at least a day of travel to cross the channel between Augustria and Cilicia. Or Cilice.
Right.
Yeah, this one,
Hey, can
you
I
could
ask you a
probably
question?
swim across in a normal amount of time if you'd like this river. Doesn't look too deep. Definitely not shallow enough to do combat in, though.
There was a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does this look anything like my weird dream, or is that a bigger body of water?
That was definitely a bigger body of water. This does not look like your dream. The I guess vegetation up here is a lot thicker, much more distinctive. It's very green, whereas where you were, even when you were on the shore, it was much more like sandy and, beach plants,
see.
rocky shore sort of area. This is very much like, oh, if this wasn't like hell, you could maybe have a little nice beach vacation here. It's also cold, but
Yeah, people
Yeah.
go north. If it's in the summertime, it's not that bad.
yeah. But anyways, y'all arrive at this little river, and according to Godfrey's directions, all you have to do is travel a little bit east in order to, or excuse me, north, not east, in order to get to Luan. So let me just put you on the map. Oh, you're in the wrong place. Hold on, I have to move all of you. Boop. Nope, that's the map.
Oh.
Very cool. Sorry, this is gonna take a minute.
No, it's funny.
All good.
Time to drag my little guys
in
around.
While you do this, what's across the river?
Across the river is some stragglers from the mountain range that you just walked through. Some foliage, a couple tiny little baby islands in the river.
I'm sorry, I should clarify. That was meant to be can I roll perception or whatever
Oh,
the hell?
of course.
Cool. I don't suppose I get to add the bonus from Fantastical Step when I'm not in combat, do I?
No.
Because that'd be unfair. Ah, shit. That's a 0.
Oh no!
Fuck if you know. Fuck if you know.
3
It's across
minus
the river.
3.
You haven't been here before.
What's a river?
Yeah, you don't even see the river. You're just like, man, sure is trees around here.
Oy vey.
Is it shallow enough at one point where garlic can cross? That's what Octavia asked. Like, do we need to find a way to get the horse across?
Godfrey once again reminds you that we don't actually have to cross the river.
We all see a river and we're
can
like,
swim across if Garlic wants to, but it is unnecessary to do so.
Garlic is a free horse.
Garlic,
Got it.
Garlic can do whatever Garlic wants.
Garlic is a warhorse. He's way cooler than anyone. I mean, we all give him the most credit, but he's pretty dope. He could swim if he wanted to, but if he doesn't have to, he's not gonna.
Mm-hmm. I think I just blanked it out because I'm like, wait, where's the river? That was me brain going on, not Octavia brain, maybe.
Yeah, so oh, my blanket is falling off of me. Hold on. Now I am cold.
Oh no.
Okay. As you guys are standing and looking at this river, it is quite a beautiful sight. Nature. Chef kiss. You hear the distant sound of somebody warping close by to you. So you all huddle into the tree area hold on 1 second. Everyone close your eyes. There's no creatures. You can open your eyes again. Two mages teleport in right in front of you, right by the water line. They're wearing dark clothing and heavy robes, and they seem to be like talking amongst themselves, just like mischievously. You don't know what they're
That's
dealing
not
with.
ominous at all.
Mischievously.
I've been like beans over to Octavia and is like, we're looking for mages, right? That's who we thought would have the book.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if they're gonna. That's the thing. It's based on where we're at, we might surprise them. And if we surprise them, they're probably going to attack us.
Fair enough. I think that's fair.
So, but what do we want to do? Do we want to try and talk to them and then for a fight if necessary? Or do we want to wait until they go? Or do we want to get closer and get some more intel?
We're still just like in the woods, right?
Yeah, you're all hanging out in
Yeah.
the
Like,
wood
we're not-
area. They don't see you.
Yeah. No. But we're not like right on the edge of town or on a main road,
No.
are we? We're just
No, you're nowhere near
so
civilization.
so it's not that like two people just teleport into town in front of us. It's that two people just teleported into a random sandbank in the wilderness.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I don't know about this one. What are they even
Yeah.
doing here?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Who wants to sneak around and listen?
Don't let me sneak.
Uh,
Let me see. That's a...
I mean, what is stealth anyway?
Stealth is not on this list.
There
Is
is
the
no
problem?
stealth.
What is stealth? Octavia does have persuasion, so
I'll let
Or-
you use skill in place of stealth. Just a flat skill roll.
Uh,
No heart emoji from Val.
that's also a no, unfortunately, from Octavia because she still has a negative modifier
Yep.
on skill.
would sleight of hand or acrobatics satisfy you, Sam?
Depends. What are you planning on doing?
How far down on the bank are they?
They're not quite standing on the cliffs, but they're like looking over the water's edge, like hands on hips, like, yeah, water. You can't
I
tell
don't
what they're
know.
doing though.
I find like a dense thicket or a group of trees and just sort of clamber on in there as close as I can get to them.
Oh wait, actually,
How to get
before
out here.
he
Oh.
does, I almost want to say, can Octavia use a skill on him before?
Oh, yeah, sure. What skill?
I want her to use rally speed. So
Oh.
she's just gonna be like, wait, before you go. And she does like little tiny like movement with her hands. And they glow a little bit. And then they pass on to Archibald. It's like, okay, hopefully you're faster if they catch you.
Cool.
Okay, you will have, if combat starts, and that is a solid if, you will have rally speed going into the first turn.
How much is that?
+4.
Ooh, nice. All right. I'm gonna nod, and Archibald will creep forward, sort of clamber up into a
Right here.
tree or so, part way up a tree behind them. See if he can get an idea of what the hell they're doing here. So
Okay.
it's straight skill, you said, right?
Yeah, you can do skill to make sure you're not caught.
9.
As you creep through the trees, one of the mages turns around, looking over their shoulder curiously as if they've heard someone walking behind them.
Keep in mind, I look basically like a mud puddle
Yeah.
as a person.
But your footsteps don't sound like those of a mud puddle. So the mage looks behind him, sort of searches the tree line for signs of movement, but doesn't seem to catch sight of you. His friend, the second mage, sort of like claps him on the shoulder, and he's like, "It's nothing. No one comes out here, anyways. It's just animals."
Well, he's Archibald is just like, well, technically he's right, I guess.
Lizard. All right. So are you just like hanging out in the trees, waiting for them to do something?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm vibing, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, but you didn't want to make any other checks or anything?
Oh, that's an option.
Yeah, man.
I mean, the plan was just listen in, but I guess while I'm right next to them, like, who are they? Any perception or something?
Yeah, you can do perception. Just
Or I guess history wouldn't apply,
you
unfortunately.
can do history. You can roll whatever you like.
It's just gonna change the information Sam gives you.
It's true.
Mhm.
You can roll athletics if you like, and I can tell you how easy it would be to beat them up.
Nerds.
Scholastics or something.
Okay, well they're not books. So that's the one.
Well, sorry, reason magic. I forgot that scholastics is not general knowledge of education or whatever. Whoops. That rolled really weird. That bounced off the table onto my lap. Let me.
Lap rolls don't count, King.
Okay, that's Wow, that's way better than I thought it was gonna be. That's 14.
14.
It was
What are
a
you rolling
16,
again?
but it went down to
What are you rolling again?
reason magic because mages.
Yeah. So they're definitely like some sort of shaman class. They've got the long robes with the hood and the big sleeves. Like you instantly recognize them as some sort of like, mage. They're not like one of them newfangled hybrid classes. These are magic dudes.
And from their words about only animals coming out here, clearly too rich for my blood.
Yes, you can tell that these are clearly higher class folks than perhaps you're used to interacting with. Their robes do remind you a bit of the strange folks you saw up in the Hell's Fingers Mountains who were dumping stuff down a big hole. Similar embroidery on the cloth and such. Maybe not the exact same people, but there's a similarity there. You can't immediately tell what kind of tomes they're carrying, but you do see that they are carrying tomes. You can see the little outline of the book where it's on their waist in its little holster. And other than that, these guys just seem to you're not quite sure what their motives are, other than mages in the wilderness, mysterious matching outfits, probably up to no good.
Wow, it can't just be
Yeah.
coordinated.
Matching in the woods with the bestie.
Exactly.
Hell
I
yeah.
think they're just close friends.
Fellas,
They seem to be good friends.
two bros
Hell yeah.
standing in the woods 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Oy vey. This is what I get for trying to make a joke that is only funny to me. Everyone else has to make it funny in a different way.
I'm sorry. It's because it's such a ripe joke.
It is.
Choice.
I asked
Amazing.
for this.
But anyways, yes, that is the information you glean from these two gentlemen based on their attire.
I would like to see what they're doing while I'm here, hidden,
Alright.
presumably.
So you're just watching them work. All right. So the two mages are currently just sort of like standing, observing, just letting their eyes skate over the environment in front of you. they don't really seem to be like staring at anything in particular. They're just kind of looking. And then the second mage just says, "Well, I don't see it." To which his friend says, "Well, we just got here. We haven't seen much of anything yet." He says, "Well, it's pretty big, you know. You'd think you'd be able to see it." So first mage says, "Well, if we could look. There's a lot of little islands here. You know, some of them hide underground. A lot of them hide underground. We have to search a little harder than that."
Archibald is face down in the dirt, thinking about how much he's going to kill Godfrey later on for this.
Godfrey warned you. Godfrey explicitly said, "There's a monster here."
Yes,
You cannot get him
to
for
walk
this one.
right through it.
We did decide because he said that. No, you could argue he said like, well, it was there the last time I went.
It's more about the principle of the thing. A magic man walks into your traveling party is like, I know where I can get a cure-all medicine if we go find these monsters of blood. And now I'm here in the dirt while two dark mages are poking around for a giant monster. It's great.
Sounds like you made some decisions along the way.
You get in this position. Everyone else wants to be here.
Oh, the player is aware of that. Archibald's a prick, though, so, you know.
Archibald is like, why is it not about me? Why is everything?
I just wanted to, like, rob some farmers in peace, and now I'm here in the mud.
Well, now you can rob
And it's not
some
even
geese.
fun.
Ring ring, hello? Oh wow, it's the consequences of illegal actions.
Do the crime, do the time. Alright, so, as these two mages continue to observe the environment before them, the first mage takes a... Ooh, no, don't break. Takes a step forward next to his friend, and he points out over the bank, like over here, to, where the residual mountains are. He says, hey, do you see that? And his friend says, no, I don't see anything. Archibald, as you look across the banks,
Yeah.
Are you, like, in a tree, or are you on the ground?
Like, in a very dense group of bushes. Like, you know, like, brambly bushes, the ones you, like, can't see shit through, generally? Like, from the outside, all, like, pointy and whatever? Yeah, he's picked the most unpleasant, no one would ever hide there sort of shrubbery, because he has no standards.
Oh, king. Alright, but you have a clear-ish line of sight across the river, because there's no trees in front of you. You follow where, one of the mages is pointing, and you see, immediately something strange, in the ruins of one of the houses. You see a leathery, lizardy wing poking out from one of the roofs, and, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. And the mages definitely notice it too, and they say, no, I don't think that's it. I don't know what that is, but that's not it.
Question. Is it more dragony by chance?
I'm not gonna make you roll for that. Yeah, it's definitely dragony in nature, but you can tell based off the white beast.
The fact that I am one.
And the fact that you are a dragon, it is a lot smaller than the white beast. This is like normal sized, different color. It's like brown. Definitely not a big scary monster, but still, what is that? And as these two mages are talking, and they're not being very quiet necessarily. They're just kind of like, because they don't think there's anyone around, so they're shouting. Whatever this thing is, it pokes its head up out of the collapsed roof, and it is clear to see to anyone that can actually see it that this is a wyvern. Just a normal wyvern.
Just a guy.
Just a guy.
Just a little guy.
Yep, just a normal brown wyvern, the kind that perhaps a wyvern lord would use as a mount. But you don't see any rider or owner in sight, so either this is like a wild one or a lost one, you're not quite sure. But the mages immediately are like, no, that's not what we're looking for. Ignore it.
Can I
On
just
the
say, would
baby.
Archibald remember a talk in the spirit forest?
Oh, that's true. Would
That's
Archibald
true.
remember?
I don't know if I would actually.
Would
Do
Archibald
you
like
want
to
to roll
roll to
for it?
remember? And then we can fill Archibald and Archibald's pilot in on the information
Yeah.
he is missing.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
I know.
Like, I don't have whatever this one
It's
is in
okay,
my
just
notes for
roll
one.
and we'll tell you if you get high enough.
What am I rolling? A d20?
Yeah, a d20. Why not?
Shit. It's Is there a stat or is it just a d20?
Just roll a d20. What is it?
It's a 4.
Yeah, you don't. You
Ah.
think, damn, lizard? So true. And then you continue not paying attention to it.
Dwyer.
Who else laughs like a fucking maniac?
Glad you enjoyed. 1 second, I need water.
You hear a honking laugh noise and you're like, man, I wonder who that could be. It's not like this is how Co laughs all the time.
Yes, but you see the wyvern, you think, oh, wyvern, not like Manakete, or, my hand is bleeding. Okay.
Oh no.
Bestie.
So exciting.
Do you want to go treat that?
No, I'm good. Yeah, it's not like a Manakete or anything. Manakete. It's not like a Manakete or anything, so not really of super interest to you, unless you'd like to perform roles on it.
I mean, shit, I kind of would actually.
Alright, never mind,
it
it is of
doesn't.
interest to you, immediately.
Yeah, because it's another dragony thing, and it's not the one we were supposed to find here. Is it?
Meanwhile, Godfrey's like back in the bushes, like, damn, I need to like get glasses or something.
Like,
That's not a way.
the 3.
And then Octavia
Yeah,
like pulls him down by his cloak, like, get back down there.
the statistical likelihood of 3 different types of giant lizard monsters all being in this one particular river valley at this exact moment is just a little weird.
It's a convention.
Yeah. I don't suppose it shows any signs of, well, A, intent, or B, Archibald knows that these are the ones that the humans like to ride like horses, but with wings, because humans suck and they can't fly on their own. Mm-hmm. Neither can Archibald, but that doesn't stop him from having that exact thought process in his head as I'm describing it right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Is that what you're asking? Because, yes.
Fucking hell! Again? That's another 4!
What are you rolling?
Yeah, are your dice like okay?
That was supposed to be a perception roll for that, but yeah, that's a 1.
He was trying to see if it looked like it was doing something on purpose or...
okay, I totally...
yeah, the 2 things of A, is it, like, doing something over there, and B, does it look like a domesticated one? Sorry, that got lost in the whole mini tangent.
You can tell that it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely the same species as a domesticated one, but you don't know if this one is. You can't tell if it's wearing, like, gear or anything, because you really just see, like, a wing and a head. And it's, as for what it's doing, you don't personally know too many wyverns, like, on a friendship level. So, it's, to you, it looks like it's just sniffing. It's just sniffing. It's just...
Oh, the baby.
The baby.
Just
I'm just
doing
imagining,
animals.
like, you know, when a cat just, like, starts sniffing in the air and looking around. That's what the wyvern's doing.
Yeah, but, like, imagine that it's most of the way through a roof and, like,
yeah,
20
Yeah.
feet long.
Cute. Baby.
But yeah, the 2 mages are immediately like, no, that's not what we're looking for at all. And they turn away from the wyvern, and the wyvern doesn't really seem to, after like it pokes its head up, it's like, who's there? It sees the mages, and then it's like, nah, I don't care about you, and it just goes back to sniffing. and the mages continue their surveying of the area, they are going to walk along the coast. I'm gonna grab the other guy in a second. I'm gonna maybe end up over here. They're like, oh, we should probably get away from that wyvern just in case that it's dangerous. We don't know if it's domesticated or not. So they're like, okay, let's start walking this way. And as they walk away, are you like following along behind them, or you
I'm
just
gonna
stick where you are?
hedge my bets a little bit. Hedge. There's that little patch of trees over on the side there,
Eh?
to the left of where I am now.
Eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for them to be a reasonable distance away so that it's not, me sneaking right behind them, and then I'm gonna move there so I can see them and also keep tabs on what the wyvern doing.
What the wyvern doing? They're a little bit more out of earshot now. But they are still just kind of doing the same thing, hands over their eyes, like shielding themselves from the sun as they look around. And then number 2 points across the river at something, to which number 1 responds immediately with like, he jumps a little bit, like, oh my. So it's clear that they've either found what they're looking for or they found something similar. And as you follow their gaze across the river, you can see that the biggest island in this little river canal area. It's kind of barren, kind of like dusty. There isn't much going on there. There's like some weird rock formations. And then you squint your eyes a little harder and you notice, oh, those aren't really rock formations at all. That's a lizard.
Oh,
It's
lizard.
It is curled up in the sun, enjoying a nice beach day. It's got its snoot like tucked under its wing, so it's not really like paying attention to anything. It's just kind of chilling. Its tail is like draped over one of the cliffs and in the water. It's a very like relaxing scene if it wasn't like a 50-foot long killer lizard. But yeah, it seems they found what they're looking for. One of the mages, mage number 2, pulls their tome out from their belt, and opens it. Are you still staying here? You still hanging out? Are all of you still hanging out? Are you guys doing anything?
I mean,
Go ahead.
I don't know if any of us can see the other stuff, so Val's just waiting for Archibald to come back after his little scout mission.
So the beast is over there, right?
Yeah, it's over there.
Is it visible from the tree line where I started it in there?
If you weren't like looking at it when you were over there, so you didn't see it, but if you were to go back there now, knowing where it is, you would be able to see it. It's like very much like it's camouflaged itself. It's like covered in dirt.
Yeah, Archibald sees them pointing, follows their hand, sees the island, and then Homer Simpsons his way back over into the other trees that he started in. Like, they're about to fuck with that thing. I'm not staying here. And can Val see Archibald from back there?
Val can see Archibald.
Was it?
Yeah, Val can see Archibald probably.
Val's looking directly at him.
You're like,
from
right
it, you see Archibald like sideways, like from a side view perspective. You see him walking backwards through the thicket of trees, and then once he gets like far enough in and like peeks over and like looks at the wyvern and looks off to the side where you can't see, he turns back and just starts doing like hand gestures, like both hands pointing furiously over top of his head in the direction that he just came from. Like 2 fingers go up and like one hand doing like a lizard thing, and then he changes the other hand to be like another kind of like lizard. You have no idea what's going on other than that he's pointing furiously in that direction and like almost hopping up and down.
Val turns to the rest of the group and goes, So there's a few options. First of all, Archibald has seen something. He either saw a snake and is really freaked out about it, which I doubt, or he found the beast. Because that would be the thing I think that he would react with slithery hand motions about and point furiously, seeing as we knew that was going to be here coming in. That seems like a logical jump. So, I
Yeah.
think it is here,
Uh-huh.
which makes sense because Gottfried said it was. Though
Yeah.
it can move, it would make sense that it would stay in a similar space.
Okay, what do we... So, I guess Octavia turns to Gottfried, like, I guess, do we want to go collect a sample, or do we... Well, what about the mages? Like, did he... Well, he didn't...
Val has no
say-
idea. Val
You guys,
has
Yeah.
not been communicated about the mages.
Fair.
Val
all that
knows
you
that
know,
there's
all that you
some-
know is that somebody warped in. You don't know anything about like their
Yeah.
role in
Okay,
anything.
the roar.
And yeah, and Archibald did not communicate to her that they did anything. Just started pointing.
And y'all
and
don't know
made
about the
lizard
wyvern
motion.
either.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't. We just know potentially white bees. So, like, I guess we gotta go
He was
forward.
pointing in all directions, and he at one point had up 2 fingers and did like 2 different like like the thing you do with your hands, or it's like making like a dog, like a shadow puppet sort of thing.
Oh,
He did like 2 of those,
Mhm.
one bigger than the other. But you have no idea what that means because that's incoherent.
Uh-huh.
And from 40 feet away, Val's probably not able to see the details of his fingers. It's just like
Yeah.
he was making motions.
If you do look back over, Archibald is now like he's taking turns looking over in the direction of what you don't know is the wyvern, and then over in the direction of what you don't know is the mages and dragon. So he's looking in 2 directions at once. You see, so not at once, but there's 2 things up there that he's looking at least.
Okay, so we have multiple potential enemies. But do we want to start creeping up there and get a closer look to whatever he's looking at?
Sure.
Okay. And
Sorry, I'm gonna need to kind of mentally check out real fast because turns out I was confused about when I needed to submit my classes, and it's right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, go do that.
go.
But yes, I can scoot you all closer to Archibald.
You go for a little walk.
Go for a
Yeah, little walkies.
I have you all still be in the trees though. Alright.
Oh, did you put Gare next to me? Excellent. Oh, I'm
I mean, I just put him in a random place. But
No,
yeah.
no, this is good. This is what I want.
What? Why?
You'll see.
Because he's the only character in this party that Archibald can sometimes punch up at or down at.
God.
Oh my god!
He's the only one equally as crotchety about everything. And Archibald respects that about him.
Yeah, Gare is squatting in the trees right next to you. He's
My
enjoying those
head-
thorny bushes.
My headcanon that I've invented in like an almost complete absence of interactions with him, Archibald kind of really likes Gare in a like
Aww.
frenemies sort of way, because
Aw.
he's also kind of a bastard. He also doesn't want to be here, and he sees a lot of him. And Gare probably doesn't give a flying fuck about Archibald, but he sort of
That could
that sort of makes him respect Gare even more, because he's like, hell yeah, dude, you fucking have some priorities. Go, dude, go.
Archibald respects the hustle.
No, the lack of
The
hustle.
lack
I
of-
want
the
to get
complete
out of
lack
here energy.
hustle. The rest of these do-gooders are too busy. Except for
No,
Amanda,
everyone
she
wants to
doesn't do
go
anything.
big. Archibald and Gare want to go home.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Scare is now currently hanging out with you in the bushes, and everyone else is very close by.
I'm guessing like Octavia probably just looks at, and she probably, based on her trajectory, sees the wyvern versus just like, huh.
Yeah, you can all pretty much see the wyvern right now.
Oh. Are we? Yeah, I didn't know if we were waiting for
Oh yeah, sorry.
wire
We'll
or
wait.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only reason I didn't.
I'm
start.
kind of here. I just
Do you want us to take
can't.
a 5-minute break?
Yeah.
You know, I just need to send this email because
Okay.
I
mean,
hit the submit button on something and I need to tell my academic advisor, hey, oops.
Okay.
I mean, I have to. I just ran out of tea anyway. So I
Okay,
should go
let's
grab
take a
that, so I can
5-minute
just
break
take
then,
5
because
minutes.
she's about.
Yeah.
All
All right.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Oh.
Hello.
Wow. The
Hi.
exact same second. Cool.
Hold on, I've got a mouthful of cookie. Let me finish that.
I was jamming
gotta-
to the.
Hmm?
Ooh. A type of cookie.
Chocolate chip.
Dope.
Nice.
I am just gonna hope that in the next like 10 minutes, my academic advisor emails me and is like, "You're fine."
Okay.
Otherwise, I might have made a mistake.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Usually
It
they are
happens.
pretty
I
understanding.
did
so.
that so many times in college. So many. It's
Side
Yeah.
note, Andrew, remember when we had to take that like portfolio tools class? I totally forgot I was
Christ.
in that class. Did not attend any of the online sessions, did none of the homework, and then a week
Oh,
after the due
wow.
date for all of the project, messaged the professor was like, Yeah, so, basically, I don't know why I'm here. And he's like, it's fine, just submit everything now. And I was like, really? I got an A.
I did. I don't think I ever actually missed one of those classes, but the online the time when the online classes that we were out of place fun. That was fun.
So
But
true.
yeah, but I for the first 6 months, 8 months after college, the only nightmares I had, because for everyone else's context, I don't get nightmares except like all my nightmares at their worst are like weird school adjacent stress
Oh yeah,
dreams. But
that's the mood.
yeah.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm done school now. But the only nightmares I had for like the 8 months after graduating college were there was like a second or third portfolio class that I completely forgot about, and like I just realized a few months later. It's like,
Yeah,
oh shit.
bro. But
Yeah,
anyways, we're all back now, and hopefully Dwyer will be okay.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
No matter what, you'll be
there's a
okay.
great
No matter
there's
what.
I always found there's a great power in the desperation of that email you send to the teacher afterward. I did that several times, and I think they take sympathy when you send them an email
True.
that's like, oh my god, oh
Help,
my
God.
god.
Yeah, I have sent that email before as well.
My classes have been improved.
God bless.
Hell yeah.
A Christmas miracle. It is January 19th.
There were
It's
two.
still Christmas in our hearts. And in that, academic advisors.
All right. Before we get too off track.
Shout out to Bill.
Shout out to Bill.
Bill.
Twitch stream. Shout out to Bill in the chat. I don't think anyone is watching us. That's fine.
Thanks,
I
Bill.
think
I
it's- no,
it's just me and
me. It might be me and there's 3 people watching it.
Woo!
So me, Chevy, one other person.
Hooray!
Shout out to Bill. All right. Hold on. I put another bite of cookie in my mouth.
we know we can hear it.
I'm hungry. You can't.
You
hear
had
me.
soup.
You gotta watch down the soup with something.
So true. Oh my god. It almost came back up again.
Oh my god.
Ah, Jesus.
Again. Okay. But yes, you are all gathered in the trees now. You are all nice and close to each other. Godfrey is going to poke his head out from the tree line, and he's like kind of like looking at the wyvern, like, what is that? Like, do I know what that is? And he's got like an expression on his face, like he's thinking of something, like the gears in his head are turning. He knows something.
I really should have grabbed my notebook when we had that break. Sorry, but as everyone arrives, Archibald puts his arm around Gare's shoulder because he feels like it, and he just silently.
Gare like visibly like cringes under you.
Yeah, he like Archibald gives everyone a very wide-eyed, like super caffeinated up sort of like stare, like a oh shit, and a points one by one finger pointing at the house where the wyvern is. You can see the wings sticking out. Another finger pointing over at the other edge of the riverbank where you can see the like mage is just standing there looking, and then circling his like hand a little bit at those two, and then just sliding his finger over to the island that is literally just a dragon in the middle of the river. And just pointing real hard at that one.
Amalthea is going to audibly gasp and go, oh shit.
Wizard.
Gare is not going to say anything. Gare is still very focused on the arm that's across his shoulders.
It stays. Archibald's not paying attention now that it's
like
there.
if you looked at his face right now, you'd be like, damn, that man ate so many lemons. He's not happy.
I'm gonna look back at my notes for a moment. Yeah.
Godfrey like he like looks at the white beast, and anyone else would think that he's like looking at a cat that he saw cross the road. Like he's very disinterested. He's like, oh yep, there it is, and then he goes back to looking at the wyvern.
Octavia now also looks at the wyvern like, what is that one familiar to you?
Sorry, I put another bite of cookie in my mouth. It's cookie I like.
For a second,
You're allowed.
she was asking
Yeah.
Archibald, and I was like, "Oh my god, is Octavia dragon racist?"
No. No. God. Oh
Hey,
no.
do you know him?
All lizards know each other.
No, I'm not.
No, I realized when Sam was acting like she had to respond, I was like, "Oh, she's okay."
Okay. I mean, I
mean-
wouldn't past Octavia to make that joke,
Look,
but
look. Every time there's a lizard, I don't know if you've noticed, I've asked if it looks too familiar because I
You
don't
do
know
be
who
knowing
they
some.
are, but I
yeah.
have living relatives out there. Archibald has living relatives out in the world somewhere, and
Oh, wow.
that's that he doesn't. I don't even know who they are. Only this is entirely in Sam's hands,
Yeah,
so
he
I'm
gave
just
me the
gonna
keys to the
walk up to a
kingdom on this
riverbank,
one.
and Sam's like, "That looks very familiar. In fact, it looks just like your aunt or something." It's like, oh shit.
It's Aunt Millie.
Oh my god, wait, that has to happen at the worst possible moment. That'll be so
Oh,
funny.
don't worry. Don't worry. I got plans.
Oh,
But this is
no,
not
you-
Aunt Millie. This is a
Thank
woman.
God.
And Octavia, remind me, you asked who what?
Godfrey, because Godfrey seems like usually Godfrey's, I would assume, is pretty excited about the white beast because blood, but he seems to be paying more attention to the wyvern. She's like, "What? Do you recognize that one?"
He's gonna keep looking at it, and he's like craning his head, like trying to see more of it as it pokes itself in and out of the house. It's almost like it's nesting inside of the house's collapsed roof or something. But he's gonna sign. He says, "No, I don't. But I know they breed wyverns in Luan, so I don't know what one of them is doing this far south. Maybe we should try to call it over here. There could be a reward if we bring it back,
Okay.
or we could kill it and eat
Sure.
it."
No.
I don't want to kill it and eat it. It's like killing and eating a horse. You only do that if you have to.
Actually, it's
Val
quite a popular
puts-
meal in Luan. They breed them
Val
for food,
puts
after
his
all.
hands over Garlic's ears when she says that.
It's only a comparison. I would never eat garlic.
I know.
Amalthea, as you guys are talking about eating horses, is gonna like quietly reach up and like pat Garlic's side and whispers like, "I will never eat you."
Aw.
Garlic, the party mascot. No.
The other two would definitely eat Garlic if push came to shove, but
No, don't worry. Val was kidding when he did that. Garlic is not that intelligent, even if he's pretty cool. But Val goes, "How about we return the wyvern and get the reward, which can then be spent on food that isn't wyvern, and also maybe weapons, because one of the weapons we do have is just bamboo,
Yeah.
and we keep doing this.
Yeah,
We do need to be able to
upgrade.
kill things."
Yeah. So let's go. I guess let's go see the wyvern while that, and she makes a wave over it to the white beast, like, is sleeping and
Yeah,
doesn't
and
notice us.
It's definitely still sleeping. It has not moved. It's
Yeah,
calmed
let's
the fuck
do that.
out.
I prefer the white beast when it's sleeping.
Me
Okay,
too.
so all of you are sort of like, are you immediately jumping like into the water to swim across, or you?
I guess since Octavia heard that Godfrey's like, oh, they raise them in Luan for other things, and she's like, is there a way to call them? Not from Macedon. I don't.
Ooh, shit.
I've seen wyverns before. I've seen plenty of wyverns before, but I've never interacted with calling one like a dog.
Godfried is going to shrug. He says, I don't know. I don't raise them.
Oh wait, is there an animal handling check? Am I?
I don't think so.
Bestiary.
Bestiary.
Oh, bestiary, yeah.
Okay.
Bestiary.
Val's really
Whatever. Fuck you.
Val's bad at this. However, I do think it'd actually be logical for Val, even if it's not there, she's not good at it, to think that she's good at it because she did work in the army and there were wyvern lords in the army.
Mm-hmm.
And so Val's like, I definitely know how to do this, which is not true.
Okay,
We'll
what are you
see.
going to attempt to do to call this wyvern over?
Fuck. Well, there's two options here. One is that Val has a horse whistle and is going to see if it works. The other option is that Val is just going to whistle and it's going to alert whoever it alerts.
Horse whistle first.
Yeah, I also vote horse whistle first, perhaps.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if she actually has this.
Oh.
So my thought is that I will roll, and if she does good, then sure she has it, and if she doesn't, then no, she does not.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
Sounds good.
Okay, -2.
That's what you rolled?
No, I'm saying
Okay,
that's what
I was gonna say, you have negative horse whistles. You
No,
owe someone a horse whistle.
No, that's his modifier, so just get ready.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be a solid 0.
You do not have a
Oh
horse
my
whistle.
god.
Yes!
Garlic doesn't need one. Garlic's too
Garlic's
smart
too
to
epic.
use a horse whistle.
Okay, so let's see if so she's just gonna whistle herself, and if that causes problems, oopsie. Okay, that's a 14.
Okay, so you whistle loud and clear across the river, and it echoes off of all the cliff faces on these small islands. The wyvern immediately like raises its head, like, what was that noise? And spots you guys across the channel, and it sort of like sniffs its way out of the house, like, oh, people. You don't know how long it's been out here. Wyverns are pretty good hunters, but if it's been domesticated its whole life, it's probably been fed by a farmer. So, you know, it might be hungry, it might be lonely. So it sees people and it's like, okay, yeah, I can work with this.
You did blow the whistle?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not
blow the whistle, like
The absence of a
whistle.
horse whistle.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Val put his fingers in his mouth and made a noise. Not.
I'm sorry. I missed the interaction because I was too caught up in my head asking the question. Does Archibald hear horse whistles? How does that work?
I mean, depends on if he still has animal hearing capabilities.
Yeah, I was like, can I do a
Archibald,
bit
for
about
the
that?
purpose of not
Can he
breaking
hear that?
the campaign, you have normal human hearing capabilities because you're a dirt boy, so you probably smell everything.
Woo!
Fun.
Earth
Anyway,
dragons don't
that was audible by everyone.
Yes, it was clearly audible. The wyvern heard it, and the wyvern is happy enough to lift off from its little home and touch down right over here. It is
Archibald
around.
whirls around to look at whoever just whistled, wide-eyed, and then slowly turns to look over at the mages and the island dragon.
Yeah. So the mages
Because
also
they're still here.
The mages also clearly heard the whistle, and now that you guys aren't like in the trees, you can see that they're like looking across this little peninsula they're on, like right at you, like, hello, who are these people?
Yeah.
They're not like raising their tomes to attack you or anything. They're just kind of like, oh, people, all the way out here. And as you hazard a glance across the way towards the other island, you can see that the white beast has scooted around a little bit. It's not like reared up ready to whoop your ass, but its head isn't, you know, tucked away and sleeping anymore. Its tail is like curled up a little bit tighter around its body, and it is definitely like it has like one eye open. It's just like surveying the area, like, what was that noise? Like, hello? Who disturbs me?
Everyone
Is that
goes
my
still.
alarm?
There's no. First of all, Garlic has to prove superiority because wyverns. Garlic's trying to Garlic has experienced all the wyverns in in the army, and sometimes they get nippy, and Garlic's not pleased with that. So Garlic is doing horse posturing.
Okay.
Val is not on top of Garlic, so
Garlic
Val's
is
just kind of
distanced.
like letting him do whatever. And then Val looks at Archibald and said, "Did you have a good idea on how to get it over here without alerting them? That was quick and easy and took no resources from us."
Octavia goes to Amalthea, is like, "Hey, do you have any more of the of the meat? Just for the wyvern." Because I'm guessing Amalthea is still like holding the bag.
Yeah, she's got a couple strips left. She's happy enough to hand exactly half of one strip to you.
That's fair.
No more.
Okay, so yeah, that's fair. It's like we're close to land, but not as close. So I'm like, yeah, that's fair. Well, or unless Archibald and sorry, I interrupted.
What?
Oh, I thought Andrew, Peppy, you wanted to say something.
No, I was staring in horror at the fact that Val just whistled in front of fucking dark mages and the giant monster. Archibald's
betrayal.
standing there, one arm
Just
still
wolf
on
whistled
Gare,
at the
just
beast of
looking
death.
over like,
And Val sincerely looks like they have no regrets. They're like, or she's
Aha!
like,
A job well done.
yeah.
Got
Val's
it.
like, "Bitch, I
Got
did
him.
it. You didn't have any ideas to contribute."
Octavia like slowly walks up to the wyvern and also notices the mages is, so she lifts up the meat towards the wyvern to take, and she gives like a wave to the mages to pretend like act natural.
The wyvern is happy enough to take the meat from you. It takes it and it eats it, and it seems quite cheesed with itself. And the mages, both the mages are like standing there looking at you. They both have their tomes out, and they both seem to have like writing implements in their hands, like they're actively like taking notes on something.
What?
They're both just like, but they're not writing it. They're like frozen, staring at you. Mage number 1 like smiles awkwardly and raises his hand to wave, and then mage number 2 smacks his friend's hand down, like, don't say hi to them.
Edwin goes to wave back.
And then Octavia
You
is
can
about
stop
to
him.
slap his hand down, but then she realizes, no, I already did it, so she stops and she's like, okay, act natural.
God, everyone in this party has like 5 brain cells. Oh,
We already got spotted. Might as well make the best of it.
we're all dumbasses.
We're all dumbasses.
As you guys are making friends with the new neighbors across the way, Godfrey is going to carefully like unbuckle the belt, because he's got that belt of like vials on his person where he keeps all that blood. He's going to slowly like unbuckle that and like hide it in his like travel bag. Like
Octavia and Edwin are blocking him so he can do that.
Yeah.
If anyone asks, he does not have
So my cake
a bunch of blood.
No blood here.
No blood here, officer.
All blood
entirely
is in bodies.
bloodless.
All right, so the wyvern has cozied up to you, and it is just kind of like standing around. And Amalthea remarks just like quietly to herself, like, "You think one of us could ride this?"
I wouldn't put it past. But we don't know if this. Actually, now that it's closer, is there any like saddle or gear on the wyvern at this moment?
There's a thin leather saddle, not like a combat saddle, but you know, just sort of like taking your wyvern for a walk, that kind of thing. And it has a tag in its I guess ear. They have ears. It has a tag in its ear.
What does the tag say?
What does the tag say?
The tag is just like numbered. It's just numbered.
Yeah,
like
but what's
like
it say?
like a farm animal. It says 4. I don't know.
Awesome. No, you don't understand. Like, I watch a lot
It
of
says
cow hoofing
$2.
videos.
Oh.
I watch a lot of cow hoofing videos, and you normally, if they have a number, you call them by their number sometimes.
Okay, yeah, this one says number 4.
4.
5, 4.
And so Val goes, I mean, there's enough tack that you could write it, but I don't know if it would be a good idea to write it very far. I don't necessarily see a bridle or anything. This is
You have to be very steady. And Amalthea, have you ever ridden before?
She says, well, no, but everyone has their first experience, right?
That's
Then-
true, but
That's true, but also normally it's with better gear and also with supervision of someone who has.
You guys are no
And-
fun at all.
We
Val
just
puts,
wanna make
Val
sure-
puts a hand on Amalthea's head very gently and
Aw.
says, I'm not saying you can never ride one. I'm saying you cannot ride this one because you will get hurt.
Aww.
It was just nesting in a house. Maybe don't start with this one right off the
So,
bat.
you nest
right
in
now.
houses all the time, and we kept you.
Archibald, once again,
Octavia
for,
does snort at that, like.
for the 30th time talking with Amalthea by now. Archibald looks indignant for a second, and then his face turns to, and then to, yeah.
Yeah.
You still have your arm all over Gare?
At this exact moment when I shrug is when I choose to take off the arm.
Okay,
I realize as I'm considering this conversation, oh yeah, arm's still on it.
during
This
like
guy's
the
still here.
5 minutes that all of this has happened, and you've just been like reclining on this man, he has gone through all 5 stages of grief, like facially.
It's
And
not
the
wasn't
expression of
casual,
relief is just so tangible.
It wasn't casual reclining so much as like, you know when like you're like way overexcited about something, you like wrap your arm around them. That, but with like the tension of like terror. So like I put my arm on him when he first appeared to like emphasize look that way. But then over time, as the whole whistling thing happened, it's gone from like a hand on the shoulder to like basically like arm wrapped around his neck. Like oh shit. Oh shit, dude, we're gonna die.
But yeah, he's very happy that you've let go of him. Alright, so the wyvern is... This is DM talking, not any of the NPCs. But
Yeah.
should someone choose to ride the wyvern for the following events, it will not buck you off. It will not hurt you. It is a trained wyvern. It is a farm animal. So if someone wants to, they may become a wyvern guy for exactly one map.
Yep.
Dope.
Guy.
Not a wyvern
I
lord,
say
you're not
Amalthea
certified.
like decides to ride for.
But yes, if someone would like to be a flyer for today, now's your chance to get that free
Val's
trial.
never betraying garlic, and also
fair.
flying was something his wife did, and just
Oh.
would be really sad the whole time.
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
His wife was a Pegasus knight, so
Oh.
Understandable.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Oh gosh.
Oh.
Though I do have to say, like, honestly, at this point, Octavia's like, well, she goes over and like is careful to be slow, not to spook it. She has been around wyverns before. She's just never ridden one or had training for it. So she's kind of just like, like probably the most she's had is like maybe ridden a pony when she was little.
The
Or
wyvern
taken
is very friendly. It's immediately like, oh, new person.
Wait, I fed it earlier.
Oh yeah. So it's like, oh,
Yeah.
same person who had food. My favorite. My favorite person. So yeah, it's just going to like, you know, wiggle on up to you. Like, hey, got more of that good stuff?
Let's say, does she have the remaining like? She might have one more strip of not the usual like everyone's sources, but the jerky that she has. She's like, hey, do you want more of this?
The wyvern does want more of that, and it gladly takes it from you.
Huh. And she, as whoever takes it, she like cautiously like pats its snout.
It is very receptive to this. It is doing whatever the wyvern version of purring is.
dope.
And
it
we
lowers,
got a
Octavia at
baby,
that
guys.
moment realizes why there's horse girls.
it lowers one of its wings to you, like as it like stoops down on the ground. It lowers one of its wings to you, like in the okay, hop on position. Like this is what its owner would do before going for a drive.
Oh my gosh. Octavia flying real.
Oh god. Octavia like looks at us like, well, if we tell those mages that, hey, we're just here to get the wyvern, it'll be more realistic if one of us rides it. And
It's okay. You
Val
can ride
looks
the
direct-
wyvern. We're not gonna judge you.
Okay.
Yeah, Val looks directly like Val and Edwin are about to say the exact same thing. Val's like, look, I was stopping Amalthea because she's
I
a
can't
child.
believe this. Amalthea's like standing in the background like, this is injustice. I will not stand for this.
I was stopping Amalthea because she's a child and I refuse to let child endangerment is not something I particularly am fond of. However, you are
Yeah.
an adult woman who can make choices. Have
Yep.
fun. Question mark.
I guess I'm making this choice. If I die, you guys can split my shares.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Sorry, that's just I love how everyone has said that. Like Val and Octavia keep saying to the other person, like, if I die, this is where my money goes.
Yeah.
Right
Because
in
most
the
of them
will.
understand the currency that's on the line here.
You losers are waiting until you die to give away your money?
Well, we don't necessarily have it right now. Octavia does get on the wyvern.
All right, your status is currently lizard.
Wow.
You are now on the wyvern. Just remember you're on the wyvern because I'm not going to.
Okay.
Okay, so you are now flyers. The mages are still like kind of looking at you, like you can like see them thinking. So it looks like they're looking between you guys and the wyvern, and it seems like they're starting to put together a story in their heads. Like, okay, lizard, humans, there's a connection here. But they're like still like kind of like looking between the white beast, which is still on alert, and you guys because well, you did wake it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're very quiet. After Octavia gets on the wyvern on the floor, she's very quiet. She's just like she's still wavy. She's probably they can't even see it. But she's like makes like a yeah, we're very quiet. Zip the mouth.
Okay.
Just then points
Obviously,
at the
like
wyvern.
obviously, like they can't make like the details of Val's expression, but Val is going to pretend like he had no idea that the white beast was there, and is like, "What do you want from me?" To them, everyone else knows that Val did that full well, knowing that the
Yeah.
white beast was right there and did not give a shit. The mages don't.
Yeah.
So she's going to pretend.
We don't give a
I-
fuck.
A solid, 10 seconds into Val obviously pretending, Archibald is going to look over at the white beast and realize, oh, she's pretending that she didn't realize. And Archibald's gonna start back off and like, oh, look at that. This is the bit we're doing now, right?
Thanks, Archibald.
Oh my god,
Versus Oscar.
Sell that shit.
In before my little sister knocks on my door and tells me to shut up. I'm laughing so
Oh.
much.
Thanks, Archibald. All right, so are you guys
One
going
time where I had the whole white beast sleep dart strategy, and now this
Yeah, what's your strategy now?
panic.
Just panic quietly. Scream inside.
So based on the map that you guys have, you know that you need to go to here to go get to Luan. You have to cross through this area to get to Luan. You were obviously anticipating a white beast. You are not anticipating some strange mages, and you certainly weren't anticipating having a wyvern with you. So your plan's a little garbled right now. How would you like to proceed?
So here's my idea. Let's pretend like we were just here to get the wyvern and just start going. And if they ask questions, that's on them.
Is this Dwyer or is this Val?
Val has a deeper voice. This
Yeah,
Dwyer.
this is meta. This is
Meta?
I'm good with that. The only thing is like, do we want to have just one person go over to the mages and try to explain the situation to be like, we just want to get out of here?
Who's the best at lying, though?
Godfrey?
Godfrey.
You don't know if he's
That makes
lying.
sense.
Well, actually, let me look at Godfrey's stats.
Is there a lying stat? I don't remember.
There's deception.
Deception.
You're right. He's not
I'm
proficient in
actu-
deception.
He's not
Well,
proficient in deception.
I'm decent at deception. I have a 1 in deception, but
Yeah.
here's the thing: Archibald doesn't fucking wanna. He wants to fucking go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One.
Amalthea also has a 1, so she could lie if she wanted to, if she was feeling it.
yeah, like
Question mark?
technically. So here's the thing: Octavia still has negative ones in both skill and luck, but she does have proficiencies in both persuasion and charisma.
So you could just there's deception, which is just outright lying, and then there's persuasion, which is persuade them to not care about what we're doing.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah. So
My question: Did you know what? It occurs to me. I don't know if Archibald mentioned the fact that they were obvious. What did my notes say that they were again? Sam gave me the exact
shamans.
shamans.
Shaman.
That's dark mages, right?
Sure.
Shamans.
It
Traditionally.
can be.
Shamans.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying goblins, and I was like, what?
No.
You know, from
Dragons.
Fire Emblem.
I don't. At this point, I've
I-
learned
Fire Emblem goblins.
like
Yeah.
It's funny that I have this bad of hearing, and I just let it happen. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely what was being said. I shouldn't ask questions.
Sure.
You should. It's okay.
Under the pretense of still going through with Val's whole look at the white beast, oh my god bit, Archibald is going to lean in real close to obvious whisper in a way that looks like it's I have to be very quiet, there's a monster there, and to who are the nearest people to Archibald at this moment.
Gare is still right next to you.
Gare,
Basically.
Octavia, Val, and you said Godfrey or whatever. Yeah,
No,
Godfrey.
he's, like,
It's
over
to anyone who wants to be within obvious whispering distance. Those are definitely dark mages, right? And they really, really look like the ones that had that giant light tome in the pass earlier. Same vibe. Real stuck up, rich looking. Did not look like they spend much time traipsing around in the woods for fun.
Maybe that means they'll think we just traipse around the woods for fun.
I mean, we do
Gare's
look
going
like
to
we
whisper,
do, and we also
Gare's gonna give Archibald the once up and down look and say, yeah, that story could work.
does. It's not. Oh, I think we're fine.
Val goes, the good thing about that lie is that, and she looks directly at Gottfried, and then she looks directly at Archibald, and then she looks directly at Amalthea, and she goes, it's mostly true.
Everyone slowly turns to look at Edwin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amalthea, who's standing right next to Edwin, is going to realize that everyone is like, oh, he's out of place, and she's going to scoop some leaves off the ground and just quickly throw them at Edwin, disguise.
Val gives Amalthea just a very proud nod, even though that was not a
Aw.
good idea.
It has
She
not improved
appreciate-
Edwin's disguise whatsoever.
No, but she's really proud of the initiative.
Yeah. A for effort.
The mages are watching you do this, by the way. They're like, what the
Edwin's
fuck
always,
are they doing?
sputtering, why did you throw leaves at me?
Why did you throw
I
leaves
would-
at that boy?
Because
I
it
think
was
Octavia
his
there is like,
idea to come
hey.
out here looking for a lost wyvern, and it'll be great, it'll be easy, and then there's a white beast. See what you did? That's what the story is. This is in character, by the way. That's our story.
Val
Yeah.
nods approvingly and says, "Works for me."
Yeah, it works for me
Yeah.
too.
Godfrey looks a little bit like perturbed that he's probably not going to get what he came here for, but he'll live.
Do you?
At that point, it's like Octavia notices, like, he can come back when there isn't any dark mages.
Yeah, he's
He'll
gonna
really-
nod like, yeah, okay. Clear he doesn't like wasting the time, but
And then also, Val says, and we also, I mean, we saw what they did to the other white beast. I'm not 100% sure with them here you could get what you wanted anyway.
he's like gonna lean in and whisper. He says, "But there's only 2 of them."
Do you want to kill them? Is that what you're offering right now?
He is going to explicitly not answer that and not react in a way that says, "No, I don't want to kill them."
And Val is not surprised.
Yeah.
Do you know these people?
Godfrey's gonna like shake his head. No, he doesn't know them, but they're probably not good news. He knows
I mean-
like of them.
I mean, no shit. You can feel the poshness coming on, radiating off them from here,
You can smell the rich.
and it's hard to smell anything over Archibald right now. Let me tell you.
Oh, it's pretty strong.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Do I hear you dying?
Just thinking about like Val, who used to like work for the nobility, is like looking at the both of them right now, like,
Oh,
who
I
cares?
literally did. I actually didn't think about that. That's not part of the
Oh.
bit. I didn't know.
Val's just like looking at them both, like, who cares? And just like,
And then
Come
both
on.
of them are kind of just like, oh, sorry.
it's Val isn't rich. Val just like, this is not whatever. Listen, whatever the fuck just happened aside. Let's get a move on, because the more we stand here, the less it looks like we came here for the wyvern.
Right.
True.
If we approach them all at once, are they gonna feel intimidated? Should we pick someone to go as an envoy?
I think the envoy makes it sound like personally, if I were just trying to get my dog with a group of like me and my friends were all looking for my dog, let's say, and then I saw some other people and someone went up to them to explain, yeah, we're just looking for our dog rather than just getting the dog and leaving, I'd be more suspicious.
I mean, fair. Okay, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
We could just go around them a little bit so that
Yeah,
it
let's
looks
just
like
go
we're
around.
minding business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back
so,
into the woods, away
back
from
into-
the thing, the needles, away.
Okay,
Away
so y'all are
from
just
the
kind of
needles.
like, wee.
Yep.
Just
Run
trotting
all
on
of you.
off into the woods
Are
with
you,
our
y'all are
dragon.
just like walking by them, like, hey.
No,
Yeah.
a bit further down, I think, is the
Yeah.
idea, like a lower swing
Yeah.
Oh, can
around
we-
the.
Yeah,
Is there
down here.
anything in the ruins?
The ruins. As you pass by the ruins, it's just like an empty house.
While
Long
we're in the
destroyed,
ruins,
perhaps by being stepped on by a creature. Who can say?
we
Oh.
we nonchalantly make our way to these ruins, and the second that we're like by a house, Archibald like Metal Gears his way to like the nearest back window and sees what's going on out behind the. In the time we've been traveling, what are they doing? What's happening? What are they doing?
Are you like listening to their conversation?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. All right, can you roll perception for me? Because you're a little bit far away.
Fuck you.
Yes. Roll perception.
Ah.
What is it, King?
4.
Well, you can't hear what they're saying, but they're like talking amongst each other. They're like talking between each other in like low whispers, like heads together, like clearly confused as to the presence of people. They're sort of like looking behind them at where you guys disappeared behind the ruins. One of them seems to catch sight of you, and he holds your glare for a little bit, but he just kind of.
I just wave. I wave. I
Yeah.
wave again.
That attracts
We
the
just
attention
smile
of the
and
other
wave.
one, and they just both kind of like stare slack-jawed at you, like, what is this guy's issue?
No, Val's very impressed currently with the level of words. The level of deception Archibald is going with right now.
Number one
I do
is...
have a high deception, relatively. I mean, all of our stats suck ass, but like, as far as things go, I
This
have
is what we
deception.
get for being baby right now.
Yeah.
The one that made eye contact with you in the first place is going to like snap his book shut, like put his not his pen. What is the medieval version of a pen?
Well,
Quill.
He's gonna put his quill in his pocket. He's gonna like march forward towards you, and he's gonna put his hands on the windowsill that you're poking your head out of, and he's gonna be like, "Can I help you?"
I don't know. Can you?
He's going to be equally as stunned as I am at that question.
Do you know what the fuck that? Do you know what the fuck that thing is? I say, pointing out towards the giant. What the hell is that?
Number one.
Val's internally thinking, not that dumb.
Number one is just going to like stand there, like mouth open for a second, look behind him at where the white beast is, and now just like, I don't want to say it's sitting like a cat, but it's like sitting on its hind legs, just kind of like, it's just like, damn, it's popping out here today, huh?
Yeah.
It's just kind of observing. And then number one is going to look back at you, and he's just gonna say, "Don't worry, sir. We have this situation under control. If you could just tell me why you're here."
Wyvern got out. Well, his wyvern, and Val points directly at Edwin.
Yeah.
Appearing behind Archibald, who was hiding in a windowsill before this.
Just like peeping out.
It's like ruins. So like,
out into the line of view behind.
It's like ruins. So there's like big holes in the wall that if number one moves, he can pretty much like catch a look at all of you.
Octavia waves again
stealthy.
on the wyvern.
Yeah, and the wyvern. And he's just gonna like look from Edwin, like up and down, look at Edwin, who's dressed in his spiffy little mage boy outfit, and he's gonna say, "You don't look much like a wyvern lord, do you?"
I never was a
I'm
wyvern
not.
lord. I said it was his wyvern.
You can have a pet wyvern. It's a free
Yeah.
country.
Someone's gotta
Octo-
raise. Someone's gotta feed those things, you know.
Yeah, he's the bestiary owner's son because Edwin is just only 20, and
Yeah.
in Val's like he's like in his 20s, and in Val's mind that means he's a fucking baby.
Yeah.
Val's like he's the wyvern. Whatever. Val knows the word for it. I don't. Wyvern farm.
Wyvern farmer.
Owner's lord. Or lord's son. I'm so good at words. Is what's happening right now. Val's not making this mistake. I just have issues. And she's the farmhand and points at Octavia. And he got out, so we were hired to go find this wyvern, and here he is. So now we're leaving. Goodbye.
So wait, hold on. Don't go anywhere. He's gonna like hold out his hand. Don't move. So
Whoa.
if a wyvern
Why?
got out, then what? Why do we need 5 or how many people are you? 7 people to go find it. That's a rather big.
Because I care deeply about the well-being of this wyvern.
That's why he came. We were all going to split up when we got farther out, but we found him pretty quickly.
You guys are locals, right?
What?
Sorry, what?
Are you guys locals? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we do,
Yes,
but
I think
we're
that's
also
I'm not
and then
sure. I'm
Octavia
trying to
like
think
looks
what's a
at
more
Godfrey.
believable. I'm trying to
Looks
think
at
what's a more
Godfrey.
believable lie right now. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's believable to say yes because I'm afraid that he's gonna be like, "There's no people that own wyverns nearby, and we're gonna have to say or because saying no would not conduce to the lie.
Yeah, so Octavia like does a quick look at Godfrey to see like, hey, come on.
Godfrey is trying very, very hard to not be visible right now. He is not interacting with this man whatsoever. He's like standing behind a pillar. Godfrey
Val
does not
goes,
exist.
Val,
And the guy
Val-
can clearly like see him, but there's so much other stuff going on right now that is just so like unexpected and bizarre that he is not focused on the fact that one of you is just like, you
Hiding.
can't see me.
Val's gonna say, yeah, the farm is located just outside of Solis. Because that's where we're heading. Luan, we're heading to Luan. Val knows that. Again, this is just me being a moron. Val's not that stupid.
Just outside of Luan, huh? Well, I guess they do raise wyverns there, but surely if you're from Luan, you know how dangerous it is to come to this specific area, right?
Val says, yeah, we knew that there was a creature here, but also
We didn't
Look
know
at-
how big it was.
Val says that and then points directly at this wyvern and goes, we had to get the baby.
Yeah.
He's not
Baby.
actually a baby, but Val's just like,
To emphasize this,
creature that is-
Octavia pats the wyvern's head.
she knows that this wyvern is not a baby, but in her head, any domesticated animal is a baby.
Aww.
The
So,
wyvern,
we
the
had to get
wyvern
the
is gonna-
baby.
the wyvern is gonna like make like happy wyvern noises, like, ah yes, people petting me, excellent, love that.
Do I understand it?
Fuck, what would you even roll for that?
I don't know.
I feel like it's like a dog trying to understand a wolf.
Yeah, you want
Let's
to
just
make
go
a
with
like
that.
a bestiary roll for that?
Not particularly, but sure. Damn it! I have not rolled above a 10. Again, I have rolled above a 10 twice this campaign, I think.
What
Wow.
did you roll?
Do you want to check to see if your dice are weighted?
9 minus 3, that's a 6.
You don't understand. You don't speak wyvern because it's not really a language so much as a feeling or a
A
lifestyle.
series of hissing and purring noises, yeah.
Yeah, but
It's like cats, where it's more about the body language.
yeah, you can tell this is a pleased lizard. It is happy to have people with it now.
In my
Go.
head, because Archibald would not say this out loud in front of this random dude, Archibald's like, huh. I think it's like the same noise I make when... Never mind.
What? What?
He recognizes happy noises, that's all.
Okay.
That's...
Okay. That was going somewhere, and I don't know where.
It really wasn't, actually. I'm very
Oh, but
tired.
it could have, and it would have been so fucking funny.
Okay, let's focus on the conversation at hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Behind-
God, I just
behind
thought
you,
of-
when
I
you
just
said-
realized what I almost said.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
that was...
Do you understand?
Did you say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was gonna
No.
say, because if you said that out loud, some characters would definitely have some things to say to you.
No.
Dare voice. Hey man, what the fuck?
I know we got the wyvern just, but when did our party acquire the fucking clown car?
Delay today.
I've lost the plot a little bit. Alright, so the guy is questioning you as to why you're down here. If you're locals.
Yeah,
We said wyvern baby. That's the reason.
we had to
why.
get the baby.
You gotta get the baby.
And I'll slide on in with after Val says, I think Val was the last one who spoke.
Yes.
Maybe. And be like, look, man. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. People who are paying for your food say, go here, go find a wyvern, you go find the wyvern. They didn't tell me shit. Fucking look at that thing. And I am actually terrified, so that's helping sell it.
Mhm.
The mage is going to like nod to himself, like, ah, yes, makes sense, because he sees the wyvern, and he's like, okay, well, if it wasn't theirs, it probably wouldn't be so friendly. Little does he know, this is just a very friendly wyvern.
It's a puppy.
It's just
Puppy.
a baby. It's not a baby; it's a fully grown wyvern, but it acts
But
Oh,
it's
look.
young
baby.
at heart.
It is baby. You know.
Yeah, it's baby in the same way all dogs are puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's gonna nod and be like, all right, I see. Well, in the future, maybe just consider avoiding this area. We haven't contained this one yet. And then he's gonna like cough to himself and say, we haven't contained this yet.
And then Octavia like makes a look at it. It's like, how are you gonna do that?
Number one is just like gonna like put his hands on his hips, like very business like you know, a cop in a movie who's about to explain how he caught the criminal. He's like, well, you know, my boss, we're gonna tell him everything we saw here, and he's gonna come down, he's gonna take care of it for you locals. You don't need to worry at all.
Bot? Oh, so you're not. Oh, so you guys are goons too.
Who are you calling a goon?
Yeah.
I
He
heard-
looks directly at Octavia and is like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Who?
Like what?
Sorry. And Octavia is kind of like, oh, I mean, well, you have a higher up.
I mean, I guess, but it's a respectable position. You don't need to talk down to
What's
us
your-
like that.
What's your position? I don't know your position, so I kind of go to the. Oh, you have a superior, so you're a goon.
He's going
To be
to
fair,
like.
she did say two, so she was also referring to them. So the fact
Yeah,
that
so
they're
it's
taking
like-
it as an insult means that they do think they're way better than them.
Yeah, so she's
That
kind of like,
was not-
oh, really?
The insult is not lost on Val.
Yeah, the mage guy looks his feelings have been hurt. He's looking slightly sad, and he's gonna say, well, you know, that's classified. The citizens don't need to know that kind of thing. Just don't worry about it. Higher powers will take care of this one.
So not you.
And you are Val goes, and you are containing the beast, not killing it.
I mean, I don't know what the boss plans on doing. I just write the notes, but either way, just know everything will be just fine.
Does the white beast like snort something and then does the mage drop?
No, the white beast is still just kind of like sitting. Number 2 is like still writing notes. He's got like a telescope out, and it's not that far away, but he's still got like a telescope out, and he's looking across the way. Maybe he has bad vision, you don't know. And number 1 is going to fold his arms, and like he's still nodding to himself, very like, I must protect the citizens. He's like, why don't I walk you to safety?
Okay.
I can escort you away from danger.
Would is it?
I'm again, Val's going to look vaguely offended because, like, Val does not look like she's not been in battles. She looks old and like she knows what she's doing.
Octavia's just like, oh, this rich boy don't know shit. This is gonna be funny.
And so Val looks him in the eye and goes, "I can so long as you two keep or have the beast handled, I can keep the rest of us plenty safe. Let alone the fact that, other than of course the bestiaries and the farmhand, because Val is silently saying sorry to the both of them because she does know they're capable fighters, but she has to keep this lie going.
Yeah, that's fair.
The rest of us have at least, you know, fought bandits before. We're not unpracticed. We can handle ourselves just back to the farm. Thank you for the offer, though." And she's very clearly not thinking.
Octavia's like, what's your name?
To the shaman?
Yes, to the shaman.
The shaman is
She's
going-
playing into like the silly farmhand bit right now to get more information.
Oh, howdy, what's your name?
Yeah. The
Well,
shaman,
howdy do.
the shaman's going to like bow slightly towards her, you know, like a very like noble, like, oh, I'm greeting a lady.
Octavia pretends to be like, oh, but inside she's like, oh my god.
He's gonna say, my name is Eno. My milady. Sorry, I could not say that with a straight face.
Val is barely keeping a lid on the fact that this very clearly rich guy is acting really fancy towards someone she has referred to multiple times as a farmhand.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I had noise suppression on because I made so many fucking noises in the last hour. Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna introduce himself. His name is Eno. And he's going to like open his arms out to the rest of you. Sorry, my dad is here. Hi. And he's just going to be like, well, if you need any help trying to find your way back home, just call upon me, and I would be happy to escort a group of citizens to safety.
Thanks. And then Val.
Octavia says sweetly, thank you.
Is she like twirling her hair?
Yeah.
Val takes a very deep breath and cocks his head to the left in a way of, let's get out of here.
Yeah, all of the NPC characters are immediately going to follow Val out of the building, and as far away from Eno and company as they can.
I just nod to the dude and say, "Good luck, man." Sort of gesturing over at the dragon. Not in a mean way, in a genuine like, no, good.
Don't die.
Stay safe,
Try not
sort
to
of.
die.
Stay safe, sort of. Good luck. And
As you do that,
Eno's
Eno's going to like, as soon as everyone else turns away, Eno's going to like actively like deflate a little bit and be like, "Thanks, man." Like he doesn't know what he's about to do either.
Oh, poor guy.
He's gonna be in trouble with his superiors.
Oh boy. I have more respect for these guys now. Shit.
All right. So, are you guys traveling away from the beast north towards Luam?
I guess so.
That's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right. So, y'all make your way north. The beast does sort of like look back to like where you're wandering around, but it does not move. It has no interest in moving. This island is probably quite warm and nice. It does not care about what you're doing. Kind of strange how this one is so much less violent than the one you met before, but that's what a nice day at the beach does to you. So you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. The two mages remain where they are. They keep writing their little notes, and you do hear the echo of a warp as you leave, just quietly. And when you look behind you, they are gone. Yeah, you managed to get free of the White Beast's little domain scot-free.
The second that the beast is out of earshot and the mages are gone, Archibald just like leans over on the nearest tree like, "Oh God, what are we doing?"
Val says, "We got out of there. Don't think too hard about it. If I have to think about what Octavia was doing for longer than 5 seconds, I feel
You don't need
sick."
to think about it.
Exactly.
You don't need to think about it.
And then he turns to Godfried and goes, "I am suspicious about that group and whatever they are doing with white beasts, but also not 100% my business. Do you have thoughts as someone who interacts with the beasts frequently?"
Godfried is going to give like the most like pensive, like should I say anything expression you have ever seen on a human being. before like putting his hands out in front of him, like eyes closed as if he's about to start explaining something, and then he says, I will admit it is slightly illegal to harvest blood from these things.
Val
So there's a
looks-
government
Val-
somewhere.
Val looks at Godfried and goes, I could not give less of a shit.
I am
Octavia's like,
not.
but I mean, I don't care about the illegal part. I'm just curious about why is it illegal?
Godfried is gonna like just like shake his hands and be like, but then he's gonna go like, well, that's complicated. Mostly because they don't want citizens trying to get close. It's mostly a danger thing, you know? But also, you've seen what I can make out of the blood of these things. Like, if you do it wrong, you could get very sick, so they don't want that getting into other people's hands. But basically, if someone important finds out that you've been doing that kind of thing, well, you do get executed.
Oh.
You
Val
Noted.
looks
you do die.
Val looks at Godfried and says, have you gotten caught?
Well, I'm still alive, aren't I?
But
I
have
don't know
you
if you're
escaped?
wanted or not.
No, I'm not wanted. But
And then
I
Val
would
says-
be. I would be wanted.
Yeah, Val says, okay, so long as I am not about to walk, we're not going to walk into Luan, and then suddenly you're going to be ducking behind another pillar, whatever the fuck, because someone saw you, and then they're like, yeah, this guy, we've been trying to get him because he harvests white beast blood. As long as that's not going to happen, I could not give less of a shit.
Then you have nothing to worry about. Don't worry. It'll all be fine. Just if anyone in those robes ever comes up to you, don't tell them anything about what anyone is doing anytime ever. Don't even tell them what you had for breakfast.
I mean, that I do have to say, the one that we were talked to seemed pretty easy to manipulate.
Yeah, a lot of the small fry are pretty just nobles resting on their laurels. They'll pretty much take anything. They don't really pay attention to what commoners say. But they're not all like that, so just stay on your guard.
Yeah, Val makes a face and is like, yeah, I mean, Eno definitely seemed like the type that has never actually had a productive conversation with a woman in his life.
Oh yeah.
And that worked to our advantage.
Yeah, Amalthea's
It did.
gonna look at Octavia now and she's gonna say, hey, do you like him?
Oh.
Octavia like takes a moment, she sighs. She's like, Amalthea, sometimes if you are charismatic enough, and if you seem interested enough, sometimes someone will do stuff for you because they're stupid.
You're my hero.
Archibald is curled up, is like sitting at the base of this tree, using against mouth covering his hand to smother the laughter.
and
Val-
she's basically like, I used to do that trick all the time when I was younger, so I still got it.
Val's going to then look at Amalthea and says, please, dear, I'm not saying don't use it because manipulating men is funny. However, please be careful using it because sometimes when you do it to stupid people, they then think they have a right to do certain things. And if that
Oh,
ever
I know
happens,
that. I wouldn't
kill him.
actually
No,
ever
she's
do
not
it.
talking to Octavia. She's talking to Amalthea right now.
Yeah,
I
like
know.
Amalthea. Yeah.
Because
She's like,
Amalthea,
exactly. And I can show you where the easiest place to hit is if you want.
Amalthea like
Archibald
looks at you and
stops laughing
sparkles.
and looks up. Archibald stops laughing and looks over at Octavia like,
Amalthea's gonna
What
look at
the-
you with sparkles in her eyes, be like, yes, she would love nothing more than to know exactly where to punch men.
Great.
we can
Okay.
talk about this later. Let's
Yeah.
keep moving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gare looks like extremely like, oh god, oh Oh my god, the women, they're conspiring.
This is hilarious considering Valente is gender fluid. The women and gender fluid old man.
Yeah, the women and gender fluid old man are unionizing. Oh no.
Playing all sides. Oh god! No matter what
Valente
side
gives
wins,
Gare a look and
no.
is like, "Just don't try shit, and you're not. And this won't be this won't matter. Let's keep moving, please."
All right. You guys are going to keep walking, keep trucking until you are very close to the outside of Luan, and that is where I'm going to cut the session for today. You guys managed to escape having to do combat.
We were in a cloud car the entire time.
The creature still remains, though. Godfrey did not get what he wanted, so.
We'll come back. We can come back.
We can hope to come back and see if
to come back.
Cause these bitches, they're doing something sketchy in my head. I don't particularly like when people say that I mean, I'm not gonna say that white beasts are like fine, but there are plenty of dangerous creatures in the world that we don't just say, well, they're too dangerous, so we gotta lock all of them up. If
Trust
this
the feds.
its own business, if it's minding its own business.
That's fine.
For now.
That's fine. We just want a little bit of blood.
Listen, you don't run into a lion's den and then when you get bit, go, oh my god, how dare it?
Could this happen?
Yeah. No. I think we're thinking about this the wrong way. Because I view everything that happens in this campaign, A, through my inherent distrust of Sam, and B, through Archibald's like built-in character paranoia. And if you think about it, what Gottfried has now just told us is that the government, whatever the government is, fuck if we know, because society like collapsed. Society is basically a blender here. Whatever passes for government around here, has it I don't know, a taboo on like the concept of the giant monsters living outside villages, and like is sending around a secret force of dark mages to round up and capture creatures whose blood can be used to create cure-all potions. Every single alarm bell at once. Like, fuck moon landing conspiracies. This is...
Can you tell I was watching the conspiracy theory iceberg as I was writing the plot to this?
Were you actually? Please say yes.
To this campaign? Perhaps I was. Who can say?
Oh my
it's about
god.
That time frame. But anyways, you've successfully survived another day. Congratulations.
Oh, fuck. Are we going to get to their bosses and it's just like my extended family? It's just like my extended family, like, hey, Archibald, oh shit.
I mean, it is said that D&D, when you're a game master, honestly, your role is just to make up whatever funniest problem it is for your player characters to have.
Yeah, that's true. My job is to make myself laugh with all of you, and is to make you nervous.
Yep.
Anyways.
Luckily, all of Val's living relatives are dead.
Boo. For now.
Oh my god,
no.
please.
Oh no.
You better not raise the dead of an 8-year-old boy who died of the flu.
Died of ligma.
Oh no.
Wait, did you put that in your backstory and then give it to Sam?
Of course I did.
Oh god, the ammunition.
No, I had to, because Sam was like, haha, what if there was a giant spud boss? And I was like, the spud is the flu virus, and I already cited that Val's son died of the flu.
Uh-oh.
This sucks.
Okay.
Worst enemy.
This is there are a lot of secrets in this world, a lot of discoverables. But I can 125 million% confirm that somewhere on this map there is a spud.
Yes. yeah.
It's like
This
Anna's
map
secret
right
shop.
here, right now.
Dwyer
no,
is
somewhere
very
in the game.
excited. If Val knew, Val would be terrified. Val would have a breakdown if Val knew.
Oh,
But
no.
I'm stoked.
Yeah, I'm stoked too. And also, it was really fun getting to use Octavia's backstory right now.
Excellent.
Trying to lead into it a little bit more.
Excellent. Excellent. Does anyone have any questions before we cut it done for the night?
Where did we leave the character's brain cells?
They'll come back next week.
You
Did
guys have
ever,
brain cells
did
to
any of
begin
you
with?
ever have any? I guess Edwin had
No.
a few.
Yeah.
Edwin had
Edwin
brain
was the only
cells.
one
I
who
would
did.
say Val has a lot of street smarts. I'm just really bad at talking, so it doesn't come across that way.
That's okay.
I feel like, honestly, if I had to rank people in order of characters specifically, in order of who I thought had the most street smarts, it's like Val, Octavia, and then Archibald, and then Edwin is just like several tiers below that.
Oh
Aw,
no,
poor
King.
baby.
I don't think Gare knows what a street is.
Gare does not care what a street is. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Gare's heard of streets. He wants nothing to do with them.
And that's why Archibald idolizes him in some capacity.
Yeah, I'm looking
Every
forward to
time
you and
he's
Gare's
like,
budding
"Did you-"
friendship.
Every time he's like, "Did you fucking see that?" And Gare's like, "Eh." Archibald's just like, "God, that's a goal right there."
You're my favorite.
I am leading into like I'm so happy that it's happening that Amalthea is like she is gravitating towards Val and Octavia, but for different reasons.
Val is parent figure. We'll keep her safe. Octavia is cool sibling who will teach her illegal swear words.
Exactly.
Val's like, I came here to parent a nerd, and I have accidentally started to parent a pirate. But whatever.
Gotta opposite sides of the personality spectrum. You gotta mix
Yep.
it up.
I am the misbehaving cat.
She
This
she
is
thinks
true.
of you more as like the stinky uncle they don't invite to the get-togethers anymore because he just gets really day drunk and then embarrasses everyone.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
Val
hell yeah.
absolutely thinks of Archibald as the stinky cat. Val's like if someone actually tried to hurt Archibald, he'd be really mad. He'd be like,
Yeah.
this is our stinky motherfucker.
Our stinky cat
You
comrade.
can't touch him. We have his papers.
Is he meowing?
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh my god, Archibald Catboy moments.
Oh
Truly,
no.
truly, this is the greatest and most unhinged session yet.
I want you to know that I'm like crying.
Oh yeah,
I
earlier
At some
today, me
point-
and Teppy were talking when I was drawing, and I was like, oh, it'd be so fun to like draw the whole party. And then Teppy was like, what if you drew like a before and after, like the start of the campaign versus the end of the campaign, and see how many limbs people have left. So I might go ahead and draw like all 7 of the gang, and then at the end we'll see who's still around.
Yeah, I guess so. I do have to
I-
say, once I have money, I will commission you to have like a quick little funny thing about our fruit knife.
Oh, our fruit.
Yeah.
It's in my mind.
Well, you to
It's in
assume
my
that
mind.
the fruit knife won't be a key figure in the family portrait.
Oh yeah.
That's true. That's
The
true.
question, the sad part is we still haven't gotten our technical 8th member.
Yeah, I totally thought that's what the wyvern was.
Me too. I was hoping because we heard about someone in the spirit forest.
Like I
that has
said,
a
there's gonna be a
wyvern.
lot of like 1 or 2 session guest stars
Yeah.
in that 8th slot.
True.
It's not gonna be. You will
Oh,
get.
okay.
I'm gonna say you will get a permanent 8th party member,
I-
and there's
I-
a conditional 9th one.
Ooh.
Only if you fuck up real bad. You gotta lose some people first.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's on Shadow Dragon rules.
It's
okay.
Shadow. It's a Gaiden map character. But yeah, there is like a late game 8th permanent 8th party member I have planned for you guys. But in place of that, because they cannot be introduced yet, they're not around
Stoked.
for reasons.
It's for
Te-
guest
technically
party
speaking-
member right now.
Guest stars. What?
Well, also, we shouldn't have 7. Gottfried, if I remember right, was expedited into the
Yeah,
campaign.
okay,
'cause-
this is the exact map where Godfrey was supposed to be introduced. He was supposed you guys were supposed to, like, walk around, and, like, I wasn't gonna tell you there was a white beast here because you wouldn't have all of his information. You were supposed to encounter the white beast, and then he'd come in and be like, hey, guys, what the fuck? But
we had him earlier. He's
You had him
our
earlier.
suspicious
Oh my god,
scientist.
are the two mages there stand-ins for what Godfrey was supposed to be on this map?
yes.
Excellent.
Oh,
Except
God,
they're
now I'm
doing
just
different
thinking
stuff.
about
Godfrey would not
Octavia
have been
flirting
doing
with Godfrey.
their stuff.
Oh,
No,
Godfrey is not a
back up,
Fed.
bro.
oh.
Here's my suggestion: when you do the before family portrait, just leave a weird gap for our later 8th party
For
member.
your 8th
Yes.
party member.
And it needs to be like a really obvious gap, like someone's supposed to be there. Like maybe even someone's like leaning on his shoulder when they're there.
I have an artistic plan for how the before and after is gonna look, because there are some, like, locked and loaded character changes that are unavoidable in the days to come.
Oh.
So
Uh-oh.
I have a
Ooh, boy.
composition in mind. But
This can
that is
only go
funny,
well.
so I might include that anyway.
Uh-oh.
Great.
Uh-oh.
Something. I can't think of anything interesting that would happen to Valente other than his psychosymptomatic pain getting worse.
Well,
So we'll see.
I'm going to lose my Dragonstone and end up becoming the dedicated healer.
Oh god, that'd be amazing.
I mean, you can still
Healing
become
faith.
the dedicated healer. I don't have to take your stone away.
Yeah, let it be known for the record, I didn't know about Zane or whatever his name is when I made
That's
this
so
Who the
character.
hell
funny.
is Zane?
You did it?
You did it?
Because I remember
No.
you
Oh,
said
I
you
know
said
now.
you didn't know
I
any
thought One Direction.
dragons who weren't like Tiki and stuff, and I was like, Zane is right there, but
Zane.
and then I assumed you didn't know who he was because he's only in like
Shadow Dragon and
optional
other.
and Shadow Dragon.
No,
Zane is
I
my
had no
friend.
idea.
Zane is my
Zane
friend
I
is
from
stole
real
like
life.
a
I
friend.
stole his gender, and he's trying to find me years later.
Zane is Blorbo from my shows.
Exactly.
Oh.
Anyway,
But anyways, thank you all for coming to this session. That was a fantastic session. I'm so glad roleplay got to happen, because I know we tend to skimp out on that because it's mostly a combat system. But I hope we will get to this in the future. I don't know if there's going to be combat next session. Depends. If you guys want to come immediately back and beat this thing up, or if you want to go to Luon.
Maybe weapons first.
We-
We'll see.
do we?
like-
So here's the thing: we have to attack the white beast in order for it to count as a part 2.
You have to. I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about White Beast being involved in part 2. Who knows? Maybe this is another part 1.
Okay.
But in order to, like, say that yes, you defeated a White Beast, you don't have to kill it. You just have to harvest it. But there's
okay,
good
good to know.
things happen when you quote unquote kill them.
We didn't kill
Listen,
the Hey!
Gottfried outright said they don't stay dead, so it doesn't seem like it's
Kill.
worth
That's why I
trying.
said quote
Also-
unquote defeat.
Before
We just
before
need
anyone
to go
has any
sleepy,
great
sleepy
ideas.
the
Before
last
anyone
time,
has any
man.
great ideas, yeah, we didn't kill any white beast. We
You
tried
didn't
to
even
luck
damage
drag
out
the
on
first
rolls.
one.
Listen, Gottfried said it was really hard, so I just like that in my head that went, oh, trying is not worth it.
Yeah, just need to harvest.
I will
Just
tell
need to
you,
harvest.
white beasts, they are higher level than you, but they are not unreasonably leveled to the point where you can't defeat them. They are like, if we're doing like a D&D thing, this would be like a really challenging battle, but still completely possible. I am not making it so that you literally cannot fight this thing. You can, it'll just take a little bit of tactics and a little bit of luck. So,
Fun.
think about that.
Yeah, like,
it'll get
despite-
easier. The higher level you
despite
get,
the,
the easier it gets.
Yeah, like despite the insta kill I experienced previously, otherwise sometimes they don't do very much damage at all. So
And
if they
each one
get
is
lucky,
different.
they could probably kill us. But I think we could also kill them when we have 7 people and one of them.
Surround it. But
Around it.
yes. So that's what's gonna happen next week. More adventures in the north of Augustria. Thank you all for coming. I do appreciate it. I hope
Thank
everyone
you.
has a
Yeah,
good
I had
night.
so much
Aw.
fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I
Yeah.
can't feel the parts of me responsible for laughing.
Good. That means I did.
Hmm.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.